to this fantastic panel. We're going to talk about working alone versus working on a team. So today we have Nice Peter.
Yeah!
We have Grace Helbig. We have Freddie Wong. And we have Megan Camarena.
I really want to do a thing where, okay, from now on, everyone who's here, if my name gets announced, don't do anything, just list the awkward, like...
The one clap is just your mom in the front row. Yes, you have arrived!
So I've got a handful of questions just to get us all started off, and then after we get through those, I think we'll open it up to community questions. So think of your hard-hitting questions now.
We also have Michael, by the way, you guys.
Oh, I do things on the internet sometimes.
We're working team.
Team. Put the team in team.
This has got to be a
We
part
do things on the internet.
One of them was.
So the question to start out is, at the beginning of your YouTube career, you're just people. At what point did each of you realize,
No, feathery, do not die.
This is quite a lot that I've done. I don't know if I can chew this on. Maybe I should work with other people to get this done.
About 2 years too late. After I hadn't slept in like 5 months, I was like, oh, I should probably hire somebody.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I still do a lot of stuff independently, and then there are specific projects that I realize I can't do all the things at. When Hannah Hart, Neighbor Hart, and I made Camp Dakota, we congratulations! We realized that we weren't allowed to focus the cameras on ourselves. That was a job that belonged to someone else. So at that point, it was really good to kind of acknowledge that the team was there, and then everyone had a specific purpose. But yeah, I don't know. For me, I'm sure everyone else has a different answer. Exactly when that was.
Yeah, for myself, I was very fortunate from the get-go to have, I was working with Brandon, a friend of mine, from college. We had both started, and even in our downtown loft, there's a lot of people sort of in and out and working on things, and pretty early on, even with 2 people, we were getting help, early on from just, friends standing in or being extras, for what we're doing, sort of filmmaking style type of, stuff. Where it's like, hey, who wants to come over and, be a bad guy in a video? And it was about a few months in that we looked around and was like, okay, we can see that this is going to be, we already are getting a lot of help from people, so the first thing we did was we hired 2 people, Ben Waller, who is running one of the shows for us now for Hulu, and Henry Wright, who looked around and was like, these guys suck. I'm going to go do minute physics and destroy. Henry was sitting in the back. Hi, Henry. Because Henry's resume was, I was looking at a whole bunch of resumes from Craigslist, and the resume, it was submitted to our website. I was like, this resume is like, he said, by the way, I have a PhD in theoretical physics, master's degree in theoretical physics. And I was like, we have to get this guy, just so we can just ask him physics questions, he can answer them for us. I think one of the first things he did was, if you took a straight loop and you drove a car through a loop-to-loop, how fast would you go? And then would you go so fast that it would kill you in order to make a loop? And it turns out, yes, you will die.
Can I ask you a question about getting all those resumes through Craigslist?
Oh, yeah.
Are there any of them that you remember that were kind of the most hilarious ones?
Oh, I'll tell you a great Craigslist resume story.
Yeah.
Sorry. Okay, they say that the entertainment business is a relationships business, and throughout my career in film school, there were people who were total douches, totally just bad people, really people we hated. And they're just not good people. They couldn't work with anyone, everyone kind of hated them, they just bad stories all throughout film school. And the most satisfaction I've ever gotten in my life was seeing one of their resumes come across and being like, nope. And what's crazy is that just goes to show you, be nice to people and be a reasonable person. Literally, for a guy I saw, I'm like, I remember this guy from middle school. Everyone hated him. No. And that was it. And that's how this whole thing works. Be nice to people, everybody.
I think it was in 2012 when I was leaving for The Amazing Race the first time. We had to film a whole bunch of the content because no one could know that we were gone. So, yeah, I don't think CBS understands the internet quite yet. Or maybe they do now. But, yeah, we had to have someone tweet.
I am so tired of the faces I get when I say I had a flu and I pooped myself on the run. Okay? It feels so dirty. It's this moment that apparently we live on the internet now and on several channels.
Why were you running with the flu?
Because I thought I was over it and then I sneezed really hard. And I was like, well, today just took a turn.
That is so disgusting and so beautiful. I'm so proud of you.
I'm really proud of you for running when you felt poorly.
Well, I was like, you know, I gotta get some fresh air, some sun, I've been in bed, watching Netflix. Running candy, let's do it. Nope, terrible idea.
How was the walk home?
Oh, well, so what happened was I did that little penguin waddle back to the car.
Sure.
I MacGyvered a cleaning situation.
Good.
And I never told my buddy who I was running with because I went right back on that run. We finished it.
Smell!
MacGyvered it, okay?
You took care of it. You don't want to go into details, but you took care of it.
I've been drinking most of the day because I was trying to build up courage because I was terrified. So definitely don't do that.
I'm going to say something to you about coming out to your parents, and this is for everybody. Sometimes I have to tell this to kids. I don't use this word, but I'll use it to you. I'll say it nicely. Sometimes parents are a-holes, and just because your father knocked up your mother doesn't mean that they're a parent. If they don't accept you, do not spend the rest of your life a sperm donor. So don't spend the next 30 years of your life trying to connect with somebody who might just not be a good parent. You know, don't chase that relationship. Really don't. Or a sister or an unsupported person, don't be thinking about it for 20 years. They don't accept me. That is their loss. You will find it.
I think it's important though to realize that anyone can change. So a parent who isn't accepting at first, they can end up being that person who walks within a pride parade. And the same thing goes for children. One of my really good friends came out as transgender and a lesbian when she was 40 to her son, and it took some time. But it takes time for anyone, and it's a process for anyone, including acceptance. Children can do it, parents can do it, anyone can change. Even if it seems hopeless, it can get better. So don't shut them out because they have the chance to come back.
Thanks, Steph.
When I came out to my mom, when I came out to my mom, it took a little while because she just wasn't, she was like, you are? Oh, I don't know how I feel about that. It was just really awkward, and plus, you know, we were all in the same house together, so she had to see me wear these crazy outfits, and she always had something to say about it, but I was just like, you know what, Mom, you can sit down. It's okay. I know you're being embarrassed, but still. But no, but it took a little while, but once I moved out, I would hear her like, Miles, you got that lipstick. Can I borrow that lipstick right now?
It does, yeah. And definitely it can take, being visible speaks volume. Because if you talk to people who like change their mind about, you know, being gay or anything, it's not because someone read a sign or was a protester or heard us, whatever. It's because they had that day-to-day interaction with a person that said, you know, oh, okay, yeah, I mean, maybe this doesn't dictate their entire existence. It's one of the reasons why visibility is important, is because being out there, being visible, even in just living your life, you are affecting change, so that's a good thing. And then, I'm trying to think.
I love this question. Let me just jump in because yeah, there's a really good question. I really wanted to talk about this. Why do you think this is? I was going to ask you guys because I know you guys support a lot of smaller YouTubers and some of them are here. Is there any, you know, LGBTQ content creators that we don't know about that maybe you can pimp out and just say, oh, we should be watching these people? Can anybody think of anybody just to kind of give a little love?
Thy Native. He is bomb. He is a LGBT creator.
Say the name again.
Latif Thy Native.
Okay. What's the content?
He is a comedian, and he also does skits and talks about like pop culture and stuff like that. And he'll also talk about like things that are happening in the LGBT community. He's got his glow up. He is a very point, and he is also got great hair. So check it out.
Tyler, anybody?
I'm trying to think. Anybody else got one? I'm like trying to rack my brain right now.
Brian Casada is one I always recommend.
Brian Casada, that's right.
He's on singer-songwriter and he's a transgender activist.
Yes. Yes.
I have fun. That's not like a content creator, but just a musician that I really support.
Do it.
You guys should check out Mal Blum. They are amazing. Yeah, great. That was just a recommendation.
There's so think of like like everyone from like Matt Schuler to Dan and Brian to Heartbeat is I think. Oh God, so many pressure. They're just so.
No, that's good. Caitlin said a lot of times. You tweeted this like 18 times, so I will read it. Do you have any advice for